This is Late Night Health. This is the radio show that talks about the most important part of your life, your health. Hi, I'm Mark Alyn, and during the next 2 hours, the insane Daryl Wayne and I are going to focus on some things that are kind of important in your life because they're all related to health, whether it's being financially secure so that you can be stress-free, or even how to go on a cruise and eat and even play healthy. All that and much more here on this edition of Late Night Health. First, I say hello to my partner, Daryl. Hello, Daryl.
Greetings and salutations.
And how are you today?
I am above average.
Far above average.
Yeah.
Don't try this at home. I am a professional. We go to the Green or the Garden State. We go to New Jersey as we speak with Andrea Pass, who's Vice President of Marketing Mavens. They're an award-winning public relations company based not only in New York City, but here in Southern California as well. Andrea, welcome to Late Night Health.
Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here.
Andrea and I have been working together for months now. She provides some of our guests through Marketing Mavens, and she came up with an idea last week, and it was such a good one that I said, let's do it. And Andrea just came back from vacation. She didn't take Daryl or me along. She took her husband instead. I'm not sure that was appropriate, but hey, what are you going to do? And we're going to talk about eating and even playing healthy on a cruise. How do you avoid, wait a second, Andrea, how do you avoid the midnight buffets?
They don't do midnight buffets anymore.
Oh, it's been a while since I've been on a cruise.
It's been a while, and I have to tell you, by the time you're doing a late seating on a cruise, and we were on Royal Caribbean Brilliance of the Seas, cruising through the Mediterranean, so by the time you're done with the late seating, it's 10:30, 11:15 at night. You've got to get off the cruise ship by 7:15 in the morning for your first excursion at your new port. So therefore, you're not eating at midnight because then you'll be up all night.
But that's what they want because they want you in that casino.
They do, and it's very interesting because my husband and I do not go into the casino. We do not like the cigarette smoke. So that's the one place on the cruise ship besides a few other small smoking areas on the cruise ship where the smokers can smoke. And the casino happens to be filled with smoke. So we don't even go into the casino, and when we need to go from one end of the ship to the other end, we avoid even cutting through the casino. So when it comes to your health, we don't want to be around the cigarette smoke.
No, I hate the cigarette
smoke.
smoke.
So we don't even go to the casino, and we're really careful. And I think that one of the things about cruising is learning to balance. So a cruise gives you that opportunity to see so many wonderful sights. You go to sleep at night. The next morning you wake up in a new destination. That's really exciting. And it gives you that chance to really be up, on your feet, out, about, and doing. And then when you're back on the cruise ship for your days at sea, you can choose to do tons and tons of activities, or you can sit and read a book by the pool. So
exactly.
It really gives you that wonderful balance of excitement and movement and energy and seeing things and just vegging out.
Well, the balance that I had on the cruise that I have been on was the fact that I do tend to get seasick. And even though it's a big cruise ship and the waters were very smooth, I could feel the motion. Or at least I thought I could feel the motion. So it took me a day to get used to that.
And it's very interesting because I don't feel it anymore. I've been cruising for many, many years, and we really love it. But on this cruise, the first night, it was very, very rocky. And I don't know why, because the Mediterranean is a calm sea. It wasn't raining. We couldn't quite understand why it was a little off that one night. But for the remainder of the 12 days, it was very calm, and we were able to enjoy everything on the cruise ship and off the cruise ship.
One of the things that I remember is not only the eating, and we'll talk about that because we did eat pretty healthy, was the spas. Do you attend the spas at all?
You know, we choose not to. Again, we're very big on getting off the cruise ship at every port of call. And being that this was the Mediterranean, we were in Cannes, Florence, Pisa, Rome, Athens, Ephesus, Santorini, and Malta.
I have to go to work for Marketing Mavens. What is this?
Yes, it was wonderful to plan a vacation and take a vacation. And I think that for your health, you need to take a vacation and you need to disconnect. And to work for a company that gives you the opportunity to disconnect is a benefit. And working with Marketing Maven, I have that opportunity to go on a vacation and disconnect for 2 weeks. And the job still gets done because I have an amazing team that I work with. So that's important.
You don't have to worry. Note. You don't have to worry when you're on vacation.
Exactly.
I always worry.
I do worry, and I do check my emails, but I knew I had a team that was handling things, and I was forwarding a few emails here and there, I'll admit, but for the most part, I was relaxed and enjoying spending time at each of these countries. I had never been to any of these countries. I had never been to Europe or to...
Oh, this is your first time?
This was my first time, and I was so excited because in each port that we got off, I was like a little kid. I was grabbing my husband's shirt and pulling on his shirt and saying, "Oh my goodness, we're in Monte Carlo," and "Oh my goodness, I can't believe that's the David. We're in Florence." And each site, I was like a little kid because
and your
you
timing...
read about it and you see these pictures, but to see these sites and these experiences up close and personal just changes everything.
Absolutely. We had an amazing adventure in Nice, culinarily speaking, but you came back just before the tragedy in Nice.
As a matter of fact, we were in Turkey. We were in Ephesus, which of course was the southernmost part of Turkey. We were in Turkey 2 days before the unfortunate situation at the airport in Istanbul. So you just don't know. And in Nice, we were actually cutting through from Cannes to get to Monte Carlo, and we were on that street.
Wow.
In Nice. And all I can say is we have to keep living or they win. So we have to keep going and doing and living our lives and enjoying our lives and thinking positively, because that's what it's all about. And I'm glad that I was at these places and had that opportunity to visit, and I'm not going to stop vacationing and going places.
Of course
not. I won't do it. I won't do it. So it was a great experience, and when we're talking about all of these things and preparing, that's the one thing. You have to start out by preparing for your trip.
We're going to talk about that in a second. Our guest is the Vice President of Marketing Mavens, an award-winning marketing and public relations firm. Her name is Andrea Pass. We have lots in common, Andrea and I, except that I'm older, and which I don't admit too often. We're talking about being healthy on a cruise and taking vacations, because this is, after all, the summertime. And while we're as I was coming here to the studio, I called my wife. We're planning a trip to, where are we planning a trip to? Oh, Washington, D.C. And I want to go in the middle of September, and she can't go until the end, so she wins.
Well, we'll talk offline. I'll give you a few tips for D.C. as well.
Oh, great. That'll be good. Our daughter is moving there, so we're going to go visit. This is Late Night Health. I'm Mark Alyn. Join us, of course, at latenighthealth.com, latenighthealth.com, and there's lots of great information there. You can check our Facebook, our Twitter feeds, lots of good stuff. So be sure to visit us at latenighthealth.com. Andrea, on ship, I mean, the food tends to be extraordinary, especially on a Royal Caribbean cruise. Not so much on the $200 cruise from San Pedro to Mexico and back, but the food on Royal Caribbean is world class.
We have been cruising on Royal Caribbean for a long, long time. In fact, they have a frequent cruiser program called Crown and Anchor, so we are actually Diamond members. So we've been cruising for a long time. We've gone with the kids. We've gone with my parents, with my siblings. We really love it, and we've learned how to balance the food. And the one thing that you need to know is you're on vacation. So don't give up. Don't not have something because you're on vacation. Just make sure you're balancing it. And remember, you don't have to be a member of the Clean Plate Society. I joke
No.
with my husband all the time. You don't have to finish that plate. It's okay. You're on vacation.
And they will bring you another one.
If whatever you want, and I think that's part of the excitement, is that you can be healthy. There are many healthy choices. The choices of fish, everything from sea bass and salmon to shrimp and many others. So you can have these fish choices. You can have grilled
Do you know?
chicken.
Do you know if the fish is farm raised or if it's?
I do not know that information. I just know that it's delicious, and you can get your fish grilled, or you can get it with whatever sauce they're serving it with that particular night. But I think that you should go into it knowing you're going to be healthy, but you're going to have fun. So before the cruise, my husband, he diets and he exercises, and I exercise a lot, but this particular time I didn't diet before the cruise ship. But go and
You
have a
look
good time.
marvelous, darling.
Oh, you're always so kind to me.
Andrea
Go-
Pass is our guest. We're going to take some time out, do some business, and then we will be back. Join us at latenighthealth.com. We're going to have a picture. She doesn't know this. We're going to have a picture of Andrea up there on our website and a link to the Marketing Maven website too, so that we can you can find out more about Andrea. All right, we'll be back in just a couple of moments. Don't go away. Late Night Health continues.